Hi YouTube. This beautiful day I'm making a video response to questions asked by Padre Piper about what we thought we would be doing after high school and what we actually ended up doing. It's a bit too windy for the matches, I think. I never went to high school, but that's because I got my education in Sweden and not in the US. So I'm going to answer the questions anyway, and I hope I'll qualify despite not being a high school student or high school graduate. Today it's a lovely day. It's I think it's one of the last summer days, so I'm wearing my favorite summer fabric, linen, and my Panama hat. I'm smoking Peterson's Old Dublin in a Peterson Killarney pipe. That's my favorite pipe. But I'll get back to the questions. What did I think I would be doing after high school? Well, in high school, or the Swedish equivalent, I thought I'd study political science and I wanted to join the diplomatic corps. Politics and political science really interested me, and yeah, I wanted to make my career there. And I began by studying political science and sociology and a bit of economics as well. But during my studies I discovered two things. The first was that I didn't have the correct political opinions to become a diplomat in Sweden. I was, and I suppose I still am, a bit too left-wing. I got involved with the union, the Swedish branch, you could call it, of International Workers of the World, IWW, the union that Joe Hill supported, if he's familiar, and I hope he is. So I gave up my diplomatic ambitions. And sorry, can't inhale, no way. I get a bad cough straight away. But I also realized, or I started feeling that political science and those kind of studies were too theoretical for me. I wanted to do something more, not maybe work with my hands, but something that I felt made a difference in a bit bigger way than I could studying sociology or political science. And since I have a passion for environmental issues, I changed path from the social studies, or yes, so political science and sociology. I changed to the natural sciences, and I moved, changed university, and started my studies at the Swedish Agricultural University, and ended up getting a Master of Science in Soil Science and Soil Chemistry. And I also met my wife-to-be during my studies there, and I must say that's the best result from my education, that I met my wife. And after graduating, I got into, let's call it, the environmental sector. I was working with farmers to address the environmental impact, nitrogen and phosphorus leakage, pesticide leakage, those kinds of issues I was working with, as well as working with the impossible EU system for grants to farmers. It's insane. But I worked with that for a couple of years, and then I somehow ended up working with contaminated soil, remediation of old industrial sites, cleaning up the remains of old businesses. And in the US, you're far ahead of us here in Sweden. You've been working with those issues for a long time, and when I started, it was fairly new here. But I worked there, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. And somewhere there, I got an idea that I wanted to make a career. Prior to that, I just wanted to make a difference, but somehow I picked up the idea that I wanted to make a career. I wanted a fancy job, and I wanted a fancy salary, and I didn't mind putting in the hours. So I started doing that, and I was fairly successful in the beginning. And my wife, well, she wasn't my wife then, but we bought this place where we're living now, a small farm, and we also had our first child. And when he was 6 months, everything fell apart for me. I hit the wall, as we say in Sweden. I don't know if you have that saying in the US, but or in English. But I got really depressed. I was taken into hospital, and I spent a couple of months at the what do you call them? Lunatic asylum, mental hospital. And after that, I tried coming back to my old work, but my boss and I both messed up big time trying to get me back to work, and it was a total failure. I couldn't do it. After a while, I got real huge anxiety attacks just driving by my workplace. So I tried different stuff, but it felt like I was damaged goods. I got nervous, anxiety attacks. I was constantly depressed. I couldn't perform nowhere like I had used to. And that's where I'm at now. Or actually, I've stopped working, or at the moment I don't have the ambition to start working again, because the social security system in Sweden said, you're not going back to work, we want to give you a pension and write you off as a lost cause. And after struggling and resisting for a while, I gave in. So now I have a pension from the social welfare system in Sweden, and I also have a pension from my old work, the place where I got sick. So that's where I'm at the moment, and that's nowhere near where I thought I'd be at this time when I graduated from high school. This wasn't on the radar. I couldn't imagine anything like this. So no, things didn't turn out like I thought they would. But the fat lady hasn't sung yet, so things may change. And I admit that there's been times when I've been calling the fat lady out onto the stage to sing for me, but she wouldn't come. So I'm still here, and even though I'm not working, and even though I'm a bit beat up and can't really perform, things, I believe, are beginning to look brighter. So hopefully I'll get better and get back to work someday. Not with the stuff that I used to do, but something else. Something that will make me happy again and give me some sort of sense of making a difference. This was a much longer talk than I had planned or thought I would do. I didn't really have a script, or I never do when I shoot my videos, but and maybe that shows, I don't know. But I've talked for a long time now, so I'll stop. Take care and see you around. And I'll sit here and enjoy the sunshine and my pipe.